Ooh. Well, what's good? I guess this is, gonna be the start of a whole new series of me rambling on. For those of you who are new here or haven't seen me before, my name's Colin. I run Gothic Gaming, a small online TCG store out of my living room and closet. Starting super small. Hopefully, we're gonna get distribution soon and we can offer you better prices than we already are. The whole goal is to give you guys stuff at the best price that I can give you, whether that's MSRP or a little above because I'm buying at MSRP right now. But hopefully, once we get distribution, which is insanely difficult to get at the moment, we'll be able to offer MSRP or below. Hopefully when I get distribution, the whole goal is to show you behind the scenes and say like, hey, distributors are charging this, I'm selling it for this, and full transparency. To bring, because I'm tired of seeing crazy prices for product that got released last week. But to start the series off, I've got cars I'm sorting through currently. You can see some of them behind me. But this is week 2, the end of week 2. I launched the business 2 weeks ago. We have one order that we've confirmed, shipped, paid, been delivered. You can check out that review on our Instagram page. There's a whole post just dedicated to reviews because when you're offering good sealed product prices, it's hard to trust people because there's a lot of scammers. And, I'm all about reputation and building confidence with people who shop with me. So, if you're ever in doubt, feel free, you can shoot me an email. I'll happily reach out, I can't, if things blow up, don't come back to this post and say, yes, I emailed you and I didn't get a response in 20 minutes. But, I'm going to respond to your email as best as I can, as fast as I can. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. There's a contact form on our website. Check it out, gothicgaming.com. You can check out our Instagram, gothic.gaming. Give us a look. But, to get back to the topic of today, it's just a small update. I want to kind of, whether it's weekly, monthly, or however frequently I remember to do these, I want to give an update as to where things are. We started out very, very small, still very, very small. We have Mega Evolution going up soon. I have one box of that. Kind of crazy. That's all I could really get for MSRP. It's just didn't luck out with a lot of pre-orders, and I don't see the value in paying $500 a box. Currently at market value, it's not something I can't give you guys a fair price on that, and I don't think anybody else wants to log into my site and see Mega Evolution's booster box, $500 or something crazy, So we are working on trying to acquire more stock, get applications sent out for distribution, like I mentioned before. As well as card shows. We're always looking for card shows. If you have a table and want to split it or, can't go, whatever, reach out. Send me a message, send me an Instagram DM, an email, whatever. Happily, in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. I don't want to drive 18 hours across the country, but just yet. Definitely Raleigh area, hit me up. But yeah, there's a lot of lessons learned. I guess this is kind of informational, kind of what I've learned and everything like that. Distribution's hard to get. Everybody wants distribution because distribution means better prices and yada, 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 supply, that kind of thing. But, I guess being a casual collector, I never looked into distribution. You know what? You've got to have all your tax ID forms. Just a whole bunch of stuff, your information, how much you think you're going to be buying per month, per cycle, what you're interested in, obviously. That's kind of a given without saying, but so many stores right now are just not taking online only, which there's a lot of online only businesses. But so right now, while we don't have distribution or have applications out, the goal is to just continue to get sales and move forward and kind of show that, hey, we're a legitimate business. Any distributor that comes along and it's like, oh, you're selling product and you're doing it relatively well, they're going to be more inclined to take you on as a business versus we have one sale right now. So that's kind of an update on the distribution front. We're trying to grow our social media. I'm going to start posting on Instagram more frequently. I'm still in school, so that comes first, obviously. But always trying to grow the brand and get our name out there. But yeah, as far as 2 weeks go, I'm pretty satisfied with progress. Obviously, you can never be complicit when you're trying to grow a small business. But, for 2 weeks to have one order, to be slowly growing and, doing stuff like that is very, very nice. Hopefully I'm writing out ideas for more YouTube content soon. I'm hoping to start getting into that. I don't think, the whole part of this channel is to show that I'm here. It's a lot of documentation for myself. So that, whenever I look back and see this, it's like, wow, I've come a long way, I guess. But, yeah, I'm going to try and get some like card show videos. Everything that I do is not going to be heavily scripted, heavily edited. It's something that, I would want, which is to put on in the background while I do work or, do homework or something like that you can just listen to that doesn't have a lot of visual going on. I'm sure there will be stuff that has visual going on. I don't know how to edit, but we're gonna learn. Gotta do. I don't want to outsource any of this. I want to do it myself. I want to learn. That's who I am. Is tinkering with things. Is learning constantly, all the time. But. Let's see. We got pre-orders successful for Phantasmal Flames. That was huge. We'll have at least one booster box, one Pokemon Center ETB, and one UPC confirmed from Pokemon Center Direct. So that's real exciting. I was very lucky in snagging those. But I'm always on the hunt for product. Not that I'm gonna go clear out a Walmart or a Target. I don't want to be one of those people. I'm not gonna camp outside of a Target or a GameStop for 8 hours or, stock, the MJ Holdings people that come around or something like that. That's come on. That's not what I'm gonna do. I have no interest in loading up a cart and taking away stuff from kids when they walk by. I'll grab a few packs, there's an ETB. Not that I have seen one on the shelves since Surging Sparks came out, and I snagged one from a Walmart before the hype hit. But I'll grab a few packs here and there. Some of it's, starting a box where I keep just, whenever I find packs, I'll toss a pack in there to come back to in 20 years and be like, whoa, journey together. The same way people are with evolving now. But yeah, for 2 weeks in, I think we're in a good spot. We're growing. Share us with your friends. Put stuff out there. Get our name out there. I'm more than happy to work with other people. Hopefully we'll get into a card show before the end of the year. Stuff is filled up in my area, at least. Stuff has filled up insanely quickly. Months out in advance. So that was, kind of my bad for not getting in there sooner. But Yeah, we're always looking to do uh, card shows. I love interacting with people and engaging in the hobby, and I think it's a great way for us to get our name out there. So hopefully that'll be soon. Now that you guys will see singles listed on the website, I think that's just it is too difficult of a thing to manage right now, given how much prices fluctuate and condition and all that. I have a box full of singles that are ready to go whenever we get confirmed for a card show. So hopefully that'll be happening soon. Bring camera around and document and do all that kind of stuff so that you guys can see behind the scenes of setup and talking to people all day and what that kind of looks like for us here. But yeah, super super exciting. October, big month for me. I've got a lot of fun personal stuff going on, but also just October's a great month. It's cold, sort of. It's still kind of hot here. To get a little bit off topic, but yeah, hopefully we can secure some more Phantasmal pre-orders. Get that up so we can have a bigger stock than Mega Evolutions. I mean, we already have a bigger stock coming, but hopefully get some more stuff for you guys out there. Check the website out for sure. Very soon we'll have that box go live. I'll post about it and email updates, which you can sign up for. Sign up for our email list. It's wild saying this as somebody that's just consumed content for years to finally be on the other side and be like, yeah, sign up for our email list. It's still not quite hit me yet that, I'm standing where other people have stand, even though I'm sitting, I guess. But yeah, great 2 weeks. Let's keep pushing towards the next week, and I guess I'll see you guys then, hopefully with either some different content or another business update. As always, check us out, gothicgaming.com, gothic.gaming on Instagram. You can subscribe here. Yeah, click the red button, tickle the monkey, ring the bell, do the thing. I'll see you guys next time.